I'm sorry, I don't remember asking you who crushed that squirrel. Oh. In this video for Kings of War, I'm going to go over all the heroes found in Halpi's Rift campaign book, starting on page 60, as it were. All these new heroes and one Titan are unique, so you can only have one of these in your force. Apart from the Titan, all the rest of them are spellcasters of various rank from 1 to 3. So starting first, we've got the Basilian one found on page 60, Tolevar the Seer, Hero Infantry, Spellcaster rank 3. Speed 5, melee 5+, defense 4+. 1 attack, nerve 11-13, 150 points. Individual inspiring Iron Resolve, Celestial Visions. Tolevar adds 6 inch to the range of his Bane Chant and Bastion spells when targeting friendly core angelic units. So, Eloe and Eloe of that description. Celestial Providence. After successfully casting Bastion, Tolevar may immediately cast another different spell against the same or a different unit target. You've got Bane Chant 3, Bastion 2, wow, and Fireball 10. Bastion 2 is pretty decent. Usually you only seen Bastion 1. Bane Chant 3 is not bad. You need 2 successors of it to get Piercing 1 off. With Bane Chant 3 you're getting Piercing a lot easier. Slightly expensive I feel, but he's meant to be there to support Elohe really, because you've got the extra 6 inch so you can keep him at a bit of a distance while shooting spells at them to support them. But you could use it on other things, say use the Bane Chant on them, then say Bastion on, I don't know, big block spearmen or the ogres or anything like that. Spellcaster rank 3 will be really good in the campaign with the different spells and the different spell ranks. Well, if it weren't unique, but his spells ain't bad. Being Bastion 2 is a pretty standout one, considering it's only Bastion 1 normally. Fireball 10's not bad at all, can't fault it. 10 chances, hitting on 4s, good per some units. Plus that Celestial Providence, after you've cast Bastion, doesn't really matter if it does anything, just cast a Fireball straight after. Or Bane Chant. You could combo them on the same unit if you want. That'd be interesting. That'd be interesting. Next we have Muway Dancer for the Elves and the Sylvan Kin, found on page 60. Hero Infantry, Spellcaster rank 1. Speed 6, melee 5+, defense 4+. 1 attack, nerve 12-14, 150 points. Cloak of Death, individual inspiring, verdant only. Stealthy. Wanderer of the Ways. Once per game before Muway Dancer is given an order, she increases her speed to 10 and gains the Fly special rule until the end of the turn. In the turn this ability is activated, Muway Dancer may still cast spells even if she was given and at the double order. Fireball 10, Heal 4, Surge 4, Wind Blast 5. This is very interesting. Honestly, I don't know why you wouldn't. Oh no, actually it's only once per game. That's a shame. Basically, what it means is once per game you who can move basically wherever you want and cast a spell to really help something. So if something is far over in the distance that needs healing, she can just activate this, run over there, and then in shooting, heal. Bear in mind, it does say at the double, which means she can move 20 inch, fly over something and heal. Or surge if there's some forest shamblers, or the other verdant that the Sylvan Kin has got. Wind Blast 5 could be a really good one for a positioner somewhere, so units, she pushes the enemy unit out of the way somewhat, or pushes towards friendly units a bit closer. Fireball 10, hit enemies in the rear perhaps. It's an option you've got there. The Cloak of Death also, fly near units and get the Cloak of Death, hurting enemies somewhat. She's also got Stealthy, which means she's not going to be that easy to be shot at. I think she's probably about spot on for the points cost. I don't like expensive wizards for offensive options unless they've got really good offensive options. She's a good support wizard. A nerve isn't bad either, considering. But 150 points, yeah, I think she's about spot on, I think. Next we have Banric Column for the 3 dwarves on page 60. Hero Infantry, Spellcaster rank 1. Speed 5, melee 4+, defense 5+. 6 attacks, Nerve 12-14, 135 points. Brutal, Crush Strength 2, Headstrong Individual, Inspiring Scout. Not bad at all. Forge Blessed. When Banric casts the spell Fireball, the attack gains the Shattering special rule. Got Bane Chant 2, not bad. Fireball 10. So basically he's got a mini cannon, essentially. A very mini cannon. He's got Brutal and Crush Strength 2 with 6 attacks hitting on 4s. He's nothing to be sniffed at. I mean, 6 attacks in close combat with a little hero. He can pepper enemies fairly efficiently. Also, Scout is fairly useful on that. Obviously, I wouldn't use him to go in close combat as his main job. Pepper enemies with Fireball or do Bane Chant every so often. I think he's pretty spot on again for the points cost. Good in close combat, alright shooting, not bad support. It's not bad. 135 points, I think's pretty spot on for him. Next we have on page 60, Shearer Kinra, the Ice Queen. These names. Hero Infantry, Spellcaster rank 2. Speed 6, melee 5+, defense 4+. 1 attack, nerve 11-13, 130 points. The cheapest hero yet. Ensnare Individual, very inspiring, Frostbound only. Radiance of Life, Frostbound only. So she's pretty decent with Ice Elementals, Frost Giants, other Ice Queens, that sort of thing. Frozen Winds. If 1 or more hits are scored with her Wind Blast spell, the target enemy unit is given the Frozen special rule for the duration of its next turn. Got Surge 8 and Wind Blast 6. I'm surprised it hasn't got Frost Breath of some description or Lightning Bolt, but there you go. Surge 8, it'll mean the Ice Elementals are going across pretty quickly. Or Wind Blast, push enemies towards you. Very efficiently there. Surge, Wind Blast, very inspiring, Radiance Life. Yeah, I don't think she's bad. The Radiance of Life and the Surge is really what she's good at. Frozen Winds aren't bad, but like most Wind Blast affected spells, I wouldn't use it as your main effective tool with her. It's there and it's not bad, but the Surge 8 is really what you're going for here. Next we have Kapoka, the Hidden Saviour, for the Forces of Nature, on page 61. Hero with Heavy Infantry, Spellcaster rank 2. Speed 5, Defense 4+. no attacks, no melee value, and no range value. Huh. Nerve 12-14, 145 points. Aura, Phalanx, Verdant only. Individual, Inspiring, Pathfinder, Scout, and Stealthy. Got heal 4 and weakness 3. The weakness 3 ain't bad, but that's a bit situational. Heal 4 ain't bad, but you can get that better. You can get that better. Aura, Phalanx, Verdant only. That's probably the main thing with him, because on your Forest Shamblers, you use that on them. That means any Thunderous Chargers or Flying units ain't gonna like them. Unless you're getting a lot of Forest Shamblers, not really much use. It's just basically a slightly weird Glade Walker Druid. Yeah, like I said, unless you're taking a load of Forest Shamblers, not much point whatsoever. Next, we have Nomagrock for the Ogres on page 61. Hero, Large Infantry, Spellcaster rank 2. Speed 6, Melee 4+, Defense 5+. 5 attacks, Nerve 12-14, 140 points. Brutal, Crush Strength 1, Inspiring and Nimble. Ogre Warlock, for each friendly core Large Infantry Regiment or Large Infantry Horde within 6 inch, increase the amount of dice rolled with Banechant, Heal or Lightning Bolt by 1 to a maximum bonus of +3. Not bad. Banechant 3, Heal 4, Lightning Bolt 4. So if you've got a load of Ogre Warriors or Ogre Berserker Braves, you could get a very good Lightning Bolt, a very good heal, or very effective Banechant off fairly easily. Oh, sorry, Bloodlust. Any friendly core unit hit with Nomagrock's heal spell gains vicious melee for the remainder of the turn. Not bad, not bad. Got Banechant 3, heal 4, and Lightning Bolt 4. Thing is, if I'm surprised the Bloodlust ain't included the Banechant spell in that, but oh well. You could have effectively heal 7, Lightning Bolt 7, and Banechant 6. But Banechant 6 isn't that much of an issue. It could be useful if you're trying to get piercing off, whereas you only need 1 success if you're doing it for close combat. That being said, though, it's only Lightning Bolts that can't be done in close combat. So if there is a friendly Ogre unit that's being healed while they're getting stuck in hitting people in close combat, that'd really be effective. Not slouching close combat, but like most Wisdy people, that's not the main thing you'd use them for. But being an Ogre, you could put them into close combat if you want. No one's saying you can't. Next we have Zazusu, the Betrayer for the Forces of the Abyss on page 61. Hero, Large Infantry, Spellcaster rank 2. Speed 6, Melee 4+, Range 4+, Defense 4+. 7 attacks, Nerve 12-14, 110 points. Fury, Nimble, Regeneration 5+. Betrayal, for each friendly unit within 6 inch of Zazusu, he gains an additional 1 value to the Lightning Bolt to a maximum +3. So, pretty decent. All friendly units within 6 inch, excluding Zazusu, then receives 1 point of damage when Lightning Bolt is cast. No nerve test is taken for damage caused for friendly units in this way. It says friendly units, so stick some cheapo units next to him. Or you could use some lower Abyssals or Abyssal Guards, because they've got regeneration. There's always that option. And it's got Lightning Bolt 5, so maximum Lightning Bolt 8 for 110 points. That is cheaper than the Mind Flayer for the Night Stalkers. And that isn't bad at all. That is not bad. Regeneration helps. 7 attacks in close combat. Hasn't got any crushing strength, so really you just want Zazusu there to do the Lightning Bolt. Apart from that, but 110 points. That's not bad for Lightning Bolt 5 to 8. that's fairly decent, I find. It's basically a mobile war engine. So yeah, and lightning bolt's got pretty decent range on it, and piercing. Don't forget that. Next we have Krusk, the Hunter in the Deep. For the Trident Realms, found on page 61. Hero Infantry, Spellcaster rank 1. Speed 7, melee 3+, defense 4+. 5 attacks, nerve 12-14, 140 points. Crush strength 1, ensnare, individual, inspiring, Kellerford and waterbound only. Scout, stealthy. Hunter in the Deep. Krusk gains vicious in melee and has double attacks versus large cavalry, monsters and titans only. And he got lightning bolt 3. I get the feeling they wanted to put this character in, but unless they gave it lightning bolt, couldn't really justify it otherwise. It's basically a souped up full. That being said though, it's a monster hunter. 5 attacks with crush strength 1. It's got stealthy, speed of 7. It's not slow, is it? Scout's really going to help as well. 10 attacks with crush strength 1 against any big things. I mean, even 10 attacks against a large earth elemental. Yes, they need 5s, but 10 attacks, few of them going to hit, and every attack that hits a greater earth elemental is going to hurt. It's going to hurt. I need to get through. Very situational. I can see the point in taking this one. I can see the point in taking it, but if you reckon your opponent's going to take some big monstrous stuff, then maybe. I don't know why the Hunter in the Deep rule doesn't include monstrous infantry, but oh well, it is what it is. Next we have, for the Abyssal Dwarves, both found on page 62, starting with Draven. Dravik Dalkin. Hero Infantry, Spellcaster rank 2. Speed 4, melee 4+, defense 5+. 2 attacks, nerve 12-14, 155 points. Crush strength 1, individual, inspiring. Possession. Unless Inferno is engaged or disordered, Dravok can use Inferno's line of sight to cast spells. When doing so, measure range from Inferno's leader point instead of Draven's. Or Dravik Dalkins. Man, take these. Shish. Fireball 12, heal 3, Hellforged only, Surge 12. Now, this on its own is fairly decent. It's really decent. Their Surge 12 means you're using the Obsidian Golems to really good effect. The Fireball 12, nothing to sniff at either. Heal 3, Hellforged, that kind of suggests you should really take him if you're taking a lot of Obsidian Golems, Infernal Guard, I think they're called, Hellfanes, that sort of thing. But again, it's not bad. It's not bad on that. It also suggests you want to take him if you take Inferno, which, as the camera moves, is a Titan. Speed 6, melee 4+, defense 6+. 12 attacks, nerve, dash 19, 255 points. Brutal, crush strength 4, shambling, strider, vicious in melee. Bound soul. As long as a friendly core Dravik Dalkin is alive and in play, Inferno has the inspiring self special rule. It's an Hellforged thing. Don't know what it could be. Could be a greater Obsidian Golem. Could be that. Could be a Hellfane. Height 6, yeah, could be a Hellfane, I suppose. Take them both together, that is 410 points. It's not cheap, but because of the size of the base of Inferno and the height of it, you could really get the Fireball, Heal and Surge of Draviks going off pretty quickly and effectively. And Inferno is a damn beast of a Titan, so, and 255 points ain't that bad points wise. It's not that bad at all. Expensive taken together, but even if you take them separately, they're still not bad at all. They're still not bad. Next we have Shearer, the Wailing Shadow for the Night Stalkers, found on page 62. Hero Infantry, Spellcaster rank 2. Speed 10, melee 3+, defense 5+. 5 attacks, nerve, dash 13, 160 points. Crush strength 2, dread, fly, individual, mighty, mind thirst, stealthy and strider. Not bad. Beguilement. If Shearer's Enthrall spell causes enough hits that the enemy unit would be able to move in contact with the Shearer herself, the normal 1-inch stopping restriction is lifted. After contact is made, a Shearer may immediately charge and align herself against the enemy facing that was moved into contact with her. However, the charged unit will not take any nerve test for any damage that it might have taken in the previous range phase, which Enthrall doesn't cause any damage anyway. Right, I see. So if the unit's taken a lot of damage, then it won't take a nerve test, which is a shame, but I suppose it swings and roundabouts how do you want it to work out, and she's got Enthrall 7. She is kind of like the Banshee of the Night Stalkers, but in a way she's not as good. Crush strength 3 with 5 attacks really is helpful on heroes, monsters and titans, I grant you. But you've got to get that working. Unless you're using it on slow titans and monsters and heroes, ain't really that useful. Dread helps somewhat. The fly and mighty can help quite a bit as well. The Enthrall, like on most things, move enemies about how you want them. She got stealthy and strider as well, which is always useful. She has her uses. I can see she has her uses, but I feel like she's a bit too expensive for my liking. I feel like she's a worse Banshee, but I can see what they're going with it. They wanted to do the Banshee thing of moving enemies closer towards her and then thwopping them. The problem is she's only got 5 attacks, and once she's done the thwopping, if the enemy ain't running, they're going to be after her. And something else is going to be after her, no doubt. Yeah. Again, I can see the point, but I'm struggling a little bit. I'm a little bit struggling. Next we have Group Longnail for the Goblins, found on page 62. Hero Infantry, Spellcaster rank 1. Speed 6, melee 3+, defense 4+. 4 attacks, nerve, dash 12, 90 points. Blast D3, Crush strength 1, duelist, ensnare, individual. Fuglu. I don't know if that's supposed to be a goblin version of Hadouken. Fuglu. When attacking in melee, if 1 or more hits are scored, the target unit has -1 modifier to rolling damage when rolling to damage enemy units during their next turn. If any rolls the unit makes of a natural 6 will still cause damage, however. This effect only applies once and does not work in conjunction with the weakness spell, which is a bit of a shame. Weirdly enough, hasn't got any spells himself. Why? Why? He's a cheap hero, I suppose. Got duelist, so anti-hero. Ensnare, -1 to hit in close combat against him. Blast D3, so minimum of 4 attacks, maximum of 12. Crush strength 1, hitting on 3s. It's cheap. It's cheap. I'd give him a chance. I'd give him a chance. I don't think he'd work all the time, but I'd give him a chance. It's really a shame he hasn't got any spells, because I think he really should do. Next is Ray, the Accursed, for the Empire of Dust on page 63. Hero Infantry, Spellcaster rank 3. Speed 5, Melee 5+, Defense 4+. 1 attack, Nerve, dash 13, 155 points. Individual, very inspiring. Reanimator, for each friendly core skeleton unit within 6 inch, you may reroll 1 dice that fail to hit with Drain Life, Fireball, Heal, Hex, Surge, Weakness, and Wind Blast to a maximum of 2 rerolls. Glory of the Mighty Dead. After casting Heal on a friendly core unit, this unit may immediately cast Surge against the same target. Got Heal 5 and Surge 8. That's not bad. The thing is, does the Reanimator spell mean you can your other spellcasters can reroll dice for Fireball, Hex, Heal, Surge, Weakness and Wind Blast? Because this hero's only got Heal and Surge. I haven't got any of the others, so I think we need a bit of clarification on that there, Mantic. I think. What's he got? Very inspiring, not bad. Heal 5 and Surge 8. So casting Heal and then Surge. Yeah, that is going to be pretty powerful. Even on I'm thinking on things like Revenants and Mummies and even the bigger things and monsters and whatnot. If they've got the shambling thing, give them a bit of healing and the Surge 8. Whew, that's a pretty nice combo. Even though he is expensive, I think for that combo reason alone, I think he is pretty good for the points value. Next we have Ulbgar the Mad for the Orcs on page 63. Hero Heavy Infantry, Spellcaster rank 3. Speed 5, Melee 4+, Defense 4+. 1 attack, Nerve, dash 12, 120 points. Crush Strength 1, Individual and Inspiring. Ulbgar's Mad Magic. For each friendly core Heavy Infantry Regiment, Heavy Infantry Horde or Heavy Infantry Legion within 6 inches of this character, increase the amount of dice rolled with Banechant Fireball by 1 to a maximum bonus of +11. Yeah, I thought I read that wrong. +11. Magic of the Bloody Knife Tribe. For each successful hit with Banechant, the target unit gains Leech Life +1 to a maximum of +3 until the start of the next turn. Starts with Banechant 3 and Fireball 7. So, oh boy. I really doubt you are going to get the maximum +11. However, if you work it, you could possibly get maybe for I think to get the most out of the Mad Magic and Magic of the Bloody Knife up to its best potential, you kind of want to do regiments of heavy infantry. Do the cheapest units you can. It could be hard to pull off, but a maximum of +11. So the Banechant can go up to Banechant 14, which ain't really necessary, but Fireball 18, that is in the Abyssals territory. He's not bad for the points value as well. Yeah, obviously you won't put him in close combat, but the amount of Fireball you could get off, obviously you won't be getting Fireball 18 off that much, but the sheer potential of actually doing that, oh boy. Next we have Trich Keener for the Ratkin on page 63. Hero Infantry, Spellcaster rank 3. Speed 6, Melee 5+, Defense 4+. 1 attack, Nerve, dash 12, 120 points. Individual, Inspiring. Eye of the Abyss. If Twitch successfully casts Banechant, the target unit may, after rolling to hit and to do damage in the melee phase, discard all damage caused and start again, rolling to hit and damage again. The second result stands. Rerolling in this way must take place before testing for nerve or rolling any other attacks from other units in the same melee. That's fairly decent. It's also got Bane Chant 3 and Hex 3. That's not bad. Considering how many attacks you're going to get with Ratkin units with the Horde or Legions, this I think could be a game-changing unit for the Ratkin. Could be. I mean, if it's a kind of middling result and you reroll and get worse, then it could be game over for you. But on the other hand, if you're rolling middling and you reroll them and then you get really good, then again it could be a game changer for you. 120 points is a little bit high, but considering the amount of potential it could do, I think it's a really good spellcaster for the Ratkin. Finally, we have Zunak, Ice Blood for the Undead on page 63. Hero, Heavy Infantry, Spellcaster rank 2. Speed 5, Melee 4+, Defense 5+. 1 attack, Nerve, dash 13, 120 points. Aura, Elite in Melee, Skeleton Infantry only. Fine. Individual, Inspiring. The Outsider. When Zunak is included in an undead army, no other unique heroes may be included in the army. Comes with Fireball 10 and Surge 8, which you can't take the Faceless one, which is a shame. 120 points. You've got the Aura of Elite for Skeleton Infantry. Okay, fine. You've got Fireball 10, Surge 8, which isn't bad. Defense 5, Nerve dash 13, so can't be wavered, so could still cast spells. It's not bad. It's not bad. Surge 8 is a really decent one. Obviously, it's not a cheap Necromancer, but it's a shame it hasn't got heal of any description. But it is what it is, I suppose. It's not bad. Is all shades of not bad, I think. The Surge is his best thing, but you can get Surge 8, I think, slightly cheaper if you take a normal Necromancer. But, you know, that's what it is. So, that's all the heroes, then. Well, all the new units. For my money, Barrack for the 3 Dwarves is a good one. Krusk for the Trident Realms, depending on what you're facing, can be devastating. Nomagrock's not bad, I don't think. The 2 for the Abyssal Dwarves, yeah, pretty good. Grupp I can see working really well, but is going to be really random. Ulfgar the Mad for the Orcs, yeah, I can see it working pretty decently. And Twitch again could be a real game changer. The rest of them aren't bad by any stretch of the imagination, but I think a lot of them that I've not mentioned in this little bit are situational at best. They have their uses, don't get me wrong, they do have their uses, but you've got to weigh up the pros and cons. Whatever it is they do, can you get it better and cheaper? That is the main thing, because let's face it, most of these are spellcasters that will fold like paper when something tough even just looks their way. Yeah, all of them have their uses, but the ones I've just named I think are the best ones as far as I'm concerned. Far the best ones. So that's a look of the heroes. Goodbye for now.